Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tuesday, February 3rd. We are already in the second month of the year, which is blowing my mind. What's blowing my mind even more are the amount of shows that are already stacking up for this year. It is beyond crazy. My wife and I last night had to sit down and fill out a calendar for the entire year already. Trying to figure out schedules and important dates and trips and all of that stuff. And I'm already exhausted. April, for me, for example, is 100% booked. 100% booked, if you didn't catch that. April 25th being the big date of those dates in April. Make sure you mark your calendar off because announcements will be coming. Like an arrow to the knee, it will be coming. But yeah, I mean, it's a thing. One show I missed out on is my buddy Bay Ray is doing what he's calling Blooming Geeks show, February 22nd in Bloomington. So you can Google that. You can look on Facebook. But yes, Blooming Geeks. It's going to be a one-day show at the Holiday Inn in Bloomington, February 22nd. Go to it. It has a lot of my friends and colleagues and vendor amigos. And it'll be a good show. Like I said, I kind of missed the boat on that one. But it's okay. It's okay. I need some downtime ahead of the storm that is 2026. Oh, my goodness. But yeah. For today is going to be a good video. It is 99% Spawn. Okay. So if you are a Spawn fan, stay tuned. If you're not a Spawn fan, watch anyway. It's got some cool stuff. You never know. It'll be Spawn and Spawn adjacent titles for the most part. But like always, there's always some little juicy tidbits. The little burnt end pieces off a brisket, if you know what I mean. That will be the tasty morsels at the end. And there are a couple things that have been long awaited for that are finally here. There's going to be one gentleman specifically that is going to want to watch to the end for something Spawn related. Know what I'm saying? I know you know what I'm saying. But I'm going to start today with the non-Spawn stuff here out the gate, just to kind of show you guys the stuff first, kind of stick with the theme. In my hands, there is the series that's ongoing right now, Geiger. That is Volume 2. Well, this is Volume 1, number 1, Glow in the Dark, and number 2. So if you are a Geiger fan, the first volume series of Geiger is pretty hard to find. I had to go out of my way to try and find it. I actually found it in Jacksonville, Florida when I was visiting one of my friends. They didn't even have a full run. I want to say the first run was only like 15, 20 issues, maybe, I want to say. And they only had a handful. They had a beat up number 1, and then had a handful of the rest of the series. I mean, I don't even think it even got close to the end. It was mostly just like some of the earlier issues. Because like a lot of things, the early issues don't necessarily get picked up, and people start picking up toward the end once they hear how good the series is. And sometimes they'll go back and find the early issues, the number 1s and 2s and 5s and 6s, or they just may pick up the trade paperback because it's easier to find. And sometimes the hype on number 1s is, prices them out kind of thing. But it's a thing. Anyway, if you're a Geiger fan, 1, and 2 will be here. Also, this is a series They've been rumoring at a movie, even a miniseries on like Netflix or HBO Max. But it is the Keanu Reeves Matt Kent series Berserker. Keanu Reeves co-wrote the story. It's essentially about an immortal going through time. Imagine Wolverine, but not Wolverine, right? It's super cool, super cool. Keanu Reeves even did a surprise appearance at a con last year. I want to say it was in Orlando. I could be completely wrong on that. But it was literally like people were lined up to meet Matt Kent, and then it was like, oh yeah, by the way, Keanu Reeves is here for the first 2 hours. So you can imagine the craziness that ensued beyond that. I mean, my God, how cool would it be just to sit here? You know, for me, that would be the equivalent of like going and meeting Kevin Eastman, and then there'd be like, oh yeah, by the way, Peter Laird is here also. Just, you know, don't crow crazy. Ah! Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Blow my freaking mind. But anyway, good series. Berserker 1 through 6 right here. I believe it was a 12-issue run, so I got the first half for you. Now, the short box, right? Starting out with Spawn Godslayer. This is 3, 5, and 6. Godslayer I don't see very often, truth be told. So that was kind of a little surprise for me. Blood Feud, however, I see this fairly often. However, number 4 right here, I don't see very often. But numbers 1, 2, and 3, I do see often. And then here's number 4. So, yeah, if you're a Spawn fan, dig it. Get on it. This is a pretty cool series. The prices on these actually kind of surprised me a little bit. Usually Spawn books, like the miniseries and stuff, usually are like $3 to $5 books. These, however, have been selling for upwards of $10 a piece. So I was pretty surprised by that. But yeah, this is Spawn: The Dark Ages. Really good condition books. Here's number 8. Let's see, 9. You did see 1 and 2, by the way. 10. Let me do this. 11. Now they're moving the number on me. 12. And then 13 and 14. 13 and 14. Yeah. I am really organized this morning. Can't you tell? And then, let's see, another mini-series. Again, this was a series that I see fairly often, but I don't see later numbers very often. So this is The Curse of Spawn. Usually see 2 through 5 or 1 through 5 fairly consistently. But this has 11, 12, 13, 15, and 16 in it as well. So that was number 2. And I'll just kind of show these off. Sorry about the glare. There's the Angela cover. Yeah. But this is The Curse of Spawn. I love that cover. Yeah. Yes, Malbosia. And then, let's see. Spawn the Impaler. Again, you see these fairly often. This is number 1 and number 2. Right, two number 1s and number 2. And then Spawn Undead. 1, 5, 6, and 9. So 1, 5, 6, and 9. Again, the Undead series here. And then this is, I think I'm only missing a couple covers, but this is Spawn Universe number 1. So this is a one-shot that they did to launch the new Spawn series when they had Rat City, what is it, Gunslinger, and Scorched. This came out before all of those came out. So, but Spawn Universe, this is first print and second print. So you got the black and white second print. It is not a sketch cover. I was hoping that it was a sketch cover, and it was a ratio and a fancy book. Not a fancy book, just a pretty book. That's all. And then Medieval Spawn and Witchblade 1, 2, and 3. So if you're a Witchblade fan, so there's number 1. So back in the day when Image was crossing over some of their major characters, and, trying to springboard, some of their other titles through some of their more popular titles. Big surprise, right? And then, let's see, these I'm just going to skip. I have some of the books from the toys. So if you remember the early McFarlane toys when they first launched Spawn, came with a comic book inside. So you had like Medieval Spawn, Violator, or the Clown, and then what's his face? Yeah, somebody will post it. I can't remember. Overdrive? Is that what it was? Anyway, doesn't matter. And then Spawn Fan Edition. So these pop up every once in a while. These were, I believe, mailaways. I could be wrong on that, but that's what my memory is telling me right now. So there's number 1, 2, and 3. Some of these have various covers on them. They're real thin. There's not really much to them. It's more just for funsies, collecting, and so forth. But it is Spawn. It is a comic. And we got to have them all. Now, main run Spawn. Okay. Starts at issue. Well, I actually have an issue number 1. So if you're looking for a number 1, I have a number 1 in the back. Those boxes right there. But 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 3 4s, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, 11, 12, 13. I basically have 1 through 50. A big chunk of it. It's not a consistent run, but it's a pretty solid run nonetheless. If you're a Spawn fan by now, you should recognize these covers. You should know these numbers by now. The Overkill. I think his name was Overkill. You should recognize these covers and know your Spawn. I mean, he's been around for, 30 years now. And we know and we love our Spawn, right? We love our McFarlane. We love our Michael J. White. And then, just continuing moving through. So now you're in the teens. That's the first Greg Capullo Spawn. So if you're a Uber Spawn fan and a Greg Capullo fan, that's when he first touched Spawn. This is the first full anti-Spawn Redeemer. Got later renamed as Redeemer. So again, you're going to see some duplicates, which is fine. Like I said, people look for Spawn constantly. People trying to rebuild their collections constantly. It's like it spawns its own interests. And now you're in the, 20s? Yep, 27, 28, 29. Nope, 31. Sorry. 31 again. Beautiful covers. I mean, these... If you don't like Spawn, at least appreciate the art, right? And I'm not sitting here talking about, drilling over Capullo and McFarlane, even though you can and should to some degree. But just these super dynamic, artworks and the composition, the balance, of some of these pieces. Some of them are insane. Some of them are absolutely insane. Some of them are just super gruesome, but they're awesome. They are awesome. That was a Savage Dragon cameo in that one, in case you didn't notice. We're nearing the end here. Oh, yep, only a little bit left. So like I said, I had mostly 1 through 50. So here's 54, 59, and then we jump to 65, then we jump to 78, 79, and then we jump to 87, right? And then 96. So some of these, once you start getting past like 75, they start getting a little tougher to acquire, right, based on print runs and so forth. But the interest level and print runs just tanked after like 115-ish. I always say like 125 is about where you start getting difficulty in finding Spawn and affording Spawn books, especially when you start getting to like the first She-Spawn and first Gunslinger Spawn. Those ones are almost unachievable to some degree. And then when you get to like the 220s, McFarlane started doing all these homage covers where they did like Walking Dead #1, they did a Hulk 340, they did a Batman 423, just for funsies, but they were really cool covers. One of my buddies, Mr. Kemp, actually got a 9.8 on his 340 homage book, which was like 267 or something like that. And yeah, that's cool. That's super cool. Again, finding the books is part of the battle, but then finding them in high grade is tough, super tough. But anyway, so that was issue number 109, and then we jump to 298, which is obviously an homage to Spider-Man 298, and then I jump to, this is 287. Sorry, that was out of order. And then 334, and then another 334. So, there's a few issues there in the hundreds, the high hundreds, that again can be tough to find. But that's the fun of collecting. The hunt, the thrill of the hunt is always part of the battle, and it can be consuming and a lot of time invested in doing it. Believe me. I own a comic book store, and some of those books I've never even seen in person. I mean, that's how difficult it is to find them, and how hard it is to acquire some of them. Now, I have 4 things left to show you. Okay, I'm going to show you 2 books, which means I have 2 other things to show you. Okay, these came in a collection a few weeks back. Finally got through a short box of stuff. There's going to be, I already got a short box ready for next week's video, and a whole stack of pretty juicy books. But these didn't fit the theme, and you'll understand that theme for next week. That's your dangling carrot. That's the whole Bugs Bunny Wabbit season that I'm throwing out in front of you. This book, the #1 is crazy priced, especially after the video game came released. But this is The Last of Us. This is #2. Okay, so this is a Naughty Dog publication, newsstand copyright. But yeah, Last of Us #2. If you're lucky enough to own #1, good for you. This is a 4-issue series, so trying to find the issues is like a needle in the haystack. But again, if you do own any of the issues and you need a #2, I got your #2. And then this one, this is pretty cool. This is super cool. I'm going to be contacting a gentleman this afternoon to see if he's interested in this. But that doesn't necessarily say that he will be. So first come, first serve, right? This is Devil May Cry #1. Cover C, so it's a lower print run book, right? But this is the first appearance of Dante. So if you are a Dante fan, if you're a Devil May Cry fan, if you're a video game fan, a PlayStation fan, this book is pretty sweet. It will go right next to my Sly Cooper comic that I have in the back as well for you video game guys. But yes, first appearance of Dante, Devil May Cry #1. Okay, pretty neat. Now, the other 2 items that I'm going to show you, I'm going to save the best for last, of course, because that's what I'm going to do. But it's taken me some time to make these. Of course, I'm talking about my movie boxes that I tend to pump out from time to time, especially if there is a demand or a request for one. I made a black suit Spider-Man #3 over the weekend, or over the last couple of weeks, I should say, because time is everything. But I did an all-black box with the white splatter, did Spider-Man in white, the webbing in white, and then did the Venom logo in white. So it is a black and white box, as best as it can be. Beautiful turnout, if I do say so myself. And then if you're curious as to the film cells, you got your Spider-Man 3 getting covered in symbiote, Mary Jane, Black Suit Spider-Man. You've got Harry Osborn there. You've even got the Topher Grace Venom. And then you've got some pumpkin bombs coming at you. So, beautiful. I didn't have a Spider-Man box made, but I went ahead and made this one because when I have matching color schemes on things that I make and do, it makes everything go a lot quicker rather than, spending all this time changing paints and going back and forth. Now, this one was a custom piece. I've had this autographed picture for some time. This gentleman, actually his wife, went out of her way and got this for him as a gift. And it was just a matter of time of getting it done. So I apologize it took some time, but it got done nonetheless. But this one, so sticking with a Spawn theme, is a Spawn movie box with an autographed picture of Spawn from Michael J. White, who portrayed Spawn in the movie from the mid-90s. Notice the signature, beautiful picture, right? So you've got Spawn on the top with the necro goo, and then you got Spawn on the sides. I did glow-in-the-dark eyes on it with the fuming eyes coming off the side. And then I just gotta fish out the thing. And then there's the movie cells. So you got Spawn on the top, and then Spawn and the clown and them meeting, was it not Charlie Sheen? Who's his dad? Yeah, one of the Sheens, right? Papa Sheen. But yeah, and then you got, it's hard to see with all the glare, trying to get the right angle. But you got Spawn on the cross and some other movie scenes and whatnot. But anyway, so yep, autographed 8x10 Spawn box. Like I said, Mr. Kemp, this one's for you. Hopefully you enjoy it. Apologies for the wait. I will message you later. Make sure you saw this video. And then it's ready for your pickup whenever you're ready. And then the rest of you, as a reminder, if you have 8x10s autographed by some of your favorite actors or, characters or whatnot, if I have the film to go along with that picture, I can make you a custom box. We're going to just need to negotiate on price and, cost and so forth. I can even work with you on the scenes that are depicted inside of the movie. As long as it's within reason, of course, I have to have it clearly. But it can't just be all of one character, because then that burns all the film that I have for that one character potentially. Plus I may not have that many scenes, it just depends. But just talk to me, we'll make it happen. But yes, I can do that for you too. You want a custom piece. I even had a guy brought me a Spider-Man Spider-Man 2099 #1. Got it autographed by Mr. Bagley, I believe. And maybe it wasn't Bakeling. Autographed by somebody. But I was able to even mat a comic inside of the box, and then we made a Spider-Man universe, because there's, Spider-Man 2099 has been in one movie, and they didn't make film for that movie. But anyway, we had a Spawn Universe box where I took all the Spider-Man, the Andrew Garfield and the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and made a cool Spider-Man box. So anyway, our imagination is our limit, right? So just come talk to me. We'll see what we can do to make those happen, and then move forward from there. Really, I mean, it's a thing, man. I'll make it happen. I'll see what I can do for you. But anyway, so that's today's What's in the Box. Tomorrow we got more Absolute stuff. Absolute Superman's coming out. Some other funsy stuff, more Turtles, for example. Should be a good day. Hopefully you guys will have a good day. Continue to have a good day. I'll just talk to you guys later. Is that cool? Yeah, cool. All right. Excelsior.